YouTubers, good morning. How are you? Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for a nice, beautiful trends in the housing market last night. Very important edition of Trends in the Housing Market. Thanks for joining me. A lot of people came on live to watch. We reached over 100 people viewing at the same time, which is the first for me on a live transmission. Now I want to do a very special video. I want to do something special. I want to talk about language because I talk about language quite a bit, and the differences in languages and the communication's crucially important, and communication is key to a successful marriage, to a successful business, to a successful anything is communication. So I want to talk today about. I was talking to a guy from Australia the other day about language. Right, and he was talking about how language is falling apart in Australia, how they're changing the meanings of what words really mean, and especially in constitutions or in important documents, right? So they can mean multiple things in a way, so they can kind of find loopholes. But anyways, that was what the discussion was about. This is what I want to tell you, and this is what I told him. Here's a little bit of difference between... See, I'm very grateful that I speak Portuguese and Spanish. I speak Portuguese to my family every day, and some people here in town that have found me that are Portuguese citizens or whatever that are living here. They've been living here for, some people have been living here 30 years, immigrated from Portugal, which is really interesting. So, anyway, so in Spanish, and Spanish is very important to me because, I lived in Mexico for 2 years. I lived in Miami for a bunch of years, and everyone that worked for me, no one spoke English. Everyone spoke Spanish. And Spanish is a very important language to me because it's a language of the heart and really made me feel complete, I guess, when I learned it. Now, this is what I want to say. When you're speaking English, okay, you are actually telling me something. You are demanding something. You are talking. But when you speak Portuguese or when you speak Spanish, you are feeling something. I'll give you a minute to digest that. I can't speak for other languages because I don't know any other language. When you're talking in Portuguese, like when I'm talking to my mom in Portuguese, you feel something. The words have specific feelings to them. Especially not only the way they're pronounced, but the way they feel when you say them. I know it's hard to explain, but if you speak Portuguese, if you're from Brazil or you're from Angola or Portugal or Mozambique or anywhere that speaks Portuguese, comment below and back me up here. The words have specific feelings to them that you feel when you're talking. Yes, you are conveying a message. Yes, you are telling something to somebody, but you really feel something when you talk. Spanish. I love speaking Spanish. The other day, I had some high school kids come in my store from the high school on their lunch break. And I was watching Telemundo. I was watching Telemundo. Every day I watch Telemundo Mediodía. Mediodía means half day news. I watch it every single day at the store. And they came in and said to me, "Why are you watching this every time we come in?" And it's not about the whole. Yeah, I was following the hurricanes and all that stuff that was happening in the States, but I was also listening to what's happening with the down in Texas and South Florida and California and Mexico and blah blah blah. But they're asking me, and they're like, "Why do you watch this?" It's what? There's more meaning and feeling behind watching this than watching English-speaking news. And that's just my experience. I don't know anything, guys. I'm just telling you what I know, what I've learned. With language. And that's why I prefer when I see someone speak Spanish. Even my old employee, Chris, would say, "How come so many people come in here and talk Spanish to you?" In Vancouver, so many people come in here and they just talk in Spanish. They come, they talk, and they leave. Like, what are you telling them? What are you guys talking about? We just talk about stuff. But the thing is, when it's in Spanish, it's different. It's you feel the sense of belonging. You feel the sense of understanding. You feel the sense of the passion in the voice. You feel the sense of the, you know what I'm saying? So I really wanted to make this video to make you guys understand that, you know? And I speak Portuguese every day to my kids. I don't even speak English to my kids ever. Now my wife is picking up on it pretty good. And if my daughter wants to be a manager of a soda pop, or like a president of a soda pop company down in Brazil, or she wants to, or my son wants to be work on an oil rig in Angola, or something, like an engineer or doing something there, at least he speaks the native language so he can get around and get deals on rent, get deals on whatever you need to know, the inside scoop. You're part of the know. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Feelings in language. It's in English, you're saying things. And that's it. Unless you're yelling them, but comment below, let me know.